Hello Floss Tube and welcome to my channel. My name is Tammy and my channel is Creative Country Girl. My channel is about cross stitch and sewing and crafting and all of the stuff that I like to do. So if you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something you like and subscribe. For all of you that have been subscribers from the beginning or along the way, thank you so much and welcome back. So, you probably read the title of the video. This is a WIP parade. I have not done a WIP parade yet, and I thought it was time. And hopefully it will get my butt in gear so that I can be a little bit more organized with my projects. I have purchased a couple of, I'm not for sure which one I'm going to use, probably, well, maybe the hardback one. I've purchased a couple of journal type notebooks in the past couple of weeks, and one of these is going to turn into my WIP notebook so that I can be held a little bit more accountable. And I think I'm going to start in the back. Is that weird? I think I want to start in the back and kind of go backwards, possibly, because I would like my first WIPs. I started cross stitching in the 3rd grade. For 4-H. A lot of us got started that way. And I worked on it through high school, a little bit in college, and then I got married, and I worked on it when my husband and I first got married. But once we started having kids, we had Seth, and then Hannah came along, and I kind of stopped. I got into scrapbooking, and it kind of took over all my hobbies. So my crafting time. So I came back to cross stitch last year during the pandemic, like a lot of us, and the rest is history. So really all of my WIPs are current. They've been started within the past year or so. So I think I'm going to start my notebook backwards. That way I'm working forward. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm going to get this started this week also. So I'll let you know in my next update how I started that. But it looks like I have, this is my current WIP cart. I don't know if you can see it. This is a cart. Let me turn this just a little bit. This is a white cart that I got at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. And I have turned it into basically my WIP cart. These are a couple of projects that are kitted up, ready to go. And then this is where most of my WIPs are usually housed. And you can see it's pretty full. And I have another pile right here. So that's why I'm doing a WIP parade, because I need to be more accountable in my projects. So now you're too far back. I don't want to have to lean. There we go. Perfect. So let's get started. And they are close to being in order as far as when I started them, but they might be out of order within a week or two. So I've just kind of lined them up in the order that I remembered. When I first started cross stitching last year, I didn't keep track of fabric. I didn't keep track really of floss. I just would throw this with this and get started. This year I've started a new system. and I'll show you that on my next update also, with index cards, so I can keep track of fabric choices and thread and all of that. So here at the beginning it might be a little bit off, but let's start with a Blackbird. This one is called My Friend's House. It's part of the Loose Feathers, the Abecedarian, that always catches me, series. This one's number 8 in the series. I have quite a few in that series. I need to actually look and see what I'm missing and try to get the entire series. So it looks like I did this in the DMC threads, and it is done on Aida. I'm not a fabric snob. Well, I'm not calling people fabric snobs. I like Aida. I like linen. I like even weave. I like 14 count. I like 18 count. I love 40 count. I can stitch on 46 count. I can stitch on 28 count. I can stitch 1 over 1, 2 over 2. So some of these will be Aida, some will be linen, some will be high count, some will be low count. So that's what I've got started here. I probably worked on this 3 or 4 days and then put it away. So I need to get back to that. I like that. I like that blue house quite a bit. I need to get back to this. I love stitching Blackbirds. I think we all love stitching Blackbirds. So this was one of the first ones I started. This one is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is my working copy. Yeah, this is a photocopy. I'll do that a lot because I don't want to mess up a lot of my charts. Oh, yes. I don't have much done on this because I have to frog an entire pumpkin. I always start on the right side for the most part, and that big pumpkin on the bottom, I started up here at the top, came around, and when I got down here to the bottom, it wasn't lining up correctly. So it took me a little bit to figure out what I did wrong, and you could see I already started frogging. But I was so disgusted with myself for miscounting that I actually ended up putting it away. So I would love to have this done for autumn this year. So I might get started on this again. And that is on Aida. It looks like a 16 count. And it's all DMC. I'm using the DMC threads. And oh, you guys want to see my DMC threads? The condition they're in. Laura, your mom would be very upset with me. I need to work on that. But this is one of the first project bags I made. I remember it was back in October. I was sewing with a friend, and we were both really excited about it. So, yeah, my bags have come a long way since then. Next one. What is this? Is this another Blackbird? Nope. Homespun Elegance. This is Treasured Friends. The picture's not that great, but I think you'll be able to see. Oh, if I remember right, I started with the crowns, and I'm changing all of my colors. Yes. Here's my color choices. My fabric looks like a gray Lugana. Yes. Nope. I thought maybe I had it in here, but I don't. The thread count looks like probably just a 28 count. Yep. I started with the crowns, and that's all I've got done. So I've got 2.5 crowns done there at the bottom. That's it. This was supposed to be a gift. Might still be a gift, except for this Christmas, not last Christmas, of course. So, Treasured Friends by Homespun, Elegance. Oh, this next one was supposed to be a gift too. Oh my goodness. This is awful. Heartstrings, Samplery, Bath Twist. F is for Friend. The Alphabet series. And this one is on an Ada, white. Didn't get a lot done on this one. Started the pot at the bottom and then stem. This Ada, I don't know if I'll continue with this. You hear that? That's crunchy Ada. I don't like crunchy Ada. So I'm not for sure where that came from. That one might not be restarted. This was one of my bags too at the very beginning. A teeny tiny bag. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Oh, I got so upset with myself over this one. This one I started back before Christmas, but it's May I by All Through the Night. I love this one. Look at those flowers. This one is done on 28 count Heritage Lugana. And I remember with this one, what I'd done with this one, I start on the right side usually. I usually start down here in the corner and I'll go over and up at the same time. So what I did is I started going over and then I started going up. And I did this tree trunk and I went all the way up and over. And then I started this tree trunk from the top and I was going down. And when I got about here, I realized that I was off about an inch. My tree trunks weren't matching up. I've already frogged it. But, so this was all the way up and over. The other tree was coming down, and this is where I stopped. So they weren't meeting up where they were supposed to. And I had flowers and leaves, and because of course I didn't think to make sure that, you know, my trees lined up correctly. What I had done is over here, I had stitched one section of trunk about an inch tall twice. So this section, I did it twice. And that's what made it off. Just that much. So I was very upset with it. And I put it away and I haven't spoken to it since. I'll get it back out. I was doing this in all of the charted. Oh, these threads look so much better. All of the charted Fancy Floss. I was very upset with it. Also with myself. So the next one, oh, this is a working copy too. This was an online chart that I purchased. Can't remember where I purchased this from. Houseplants. Houseplants. Homely Houseplants. The mid-century modern pattern. Does that look familiar? So I started this one. I use a lot of clipboards. So my current bags that I use, oh, and I forgot. I started this with Socky also. Socky 12 weight threads. Yeah. And this is on Ada, but it looks like a much higher, ooh, I've got a lot done on this. It looks like a much higher count, probably an 18 count. I need to get this one finished. I have got a good chunk of this done. So the clipboards, I use that to hold my chart. And I like larger project bags just to help protect my charts. And that's where I'm at with that one. I changed the colors of some of the pots to colors that I wanted to use. So I love working with the sulky thread. I'm actually doing a couple projects with sulky threads right now. I just ordered some more yesterday, colors that I needed to fill a chart. And I'll show you that in just a bit. So that was started last fall, August, September. This is one of my bags. It holds, it would hold an 11 by 11. Yeah, Q-snap. This one, this is one of these small dimension kits. May your days be merry and bright. And I picked it up. It was on sale. It was cheap. And I was like, oh, that would be fast for Christmas. So fast that that's all I got done. That's it. Yeah. It is Christmas in July, correct? So I need to leave this one out. Maybe I can get working on that one again. And what is this one? Oh, what is this one doing up here? This one shouldn't be here. This was started later. Oh yeah, this was started before. This is a Christmas chart and Heaven and Nature Sing by Barrick. I love Barrick. It looks like I started this on Oatmeal Ada. I didn't get very far, but I'm looking at the chart. How? Okay, it goes like this. So that is the deer's front paw. Hoof. We don't call them paws, do we? Okay, so that's where I'm at. And again, I probably just worked on this a couple of days and then, look, a bird. And took off on something else. I am doing that with the DMC colors, it looks like. There's that. This is one. Holy smokes. Oh, I know why I did that. I was looking at those the other day. This is another Christmas chart. And this one, this chart's actually a freebie. Plum Street Planners, Samplers. Plum Street Samplers. This is, it's actually on their blog. Go to their blog, and it's from 2015. So, excuse me. If you go back to 2015, probably December sometime, she charted up a 12 Days of Christmas. So I printed that out, and I started this last December. And there goes half my gloss. This one I'm also doing in Sulky. And I have 3 colors out for it. And the black. So the black is number 1005. My green is 1174. My red is 1147. And my gold is 0567. And I am doing this one also on a Ada. And I just got started on the 12th day. On the 12th day of Christmas. And there's not much done, but I would like to do this. I don't know if I'll get to it this year, but I would like to do it. We will see. And then soon after that, I started Waxing Moon Designs. Search the Sky. I love this one. It says, may you never be too grown up to search the sky on Christmas Eve. It's so pretty. So I just started this on a navy Aida, and there are threads everywhere. I'm dropping everything, you guys. And this is where I'm at. And it shouldn't take too long, so I'd really like to get this one done for Christmas this year. So I am going to leave this one out with that one. And then the next one that I have is Candy Cane Lane by Brenda Gervais. I loved this one when she came out with it last year. Loved, loved, loved. And I've gotten quite a bit done, but there's still quite a bit left. This is on Oatmeal Aida. So my snowman is almost done. Got a lot to go. But I'm going to leave this one out too, because I'd really like to get this one done for this Christmas. We will see. I am using the called for colors because I see some. Yeah, this calls for Classic Colorworks, 1 Gentle Arts in a couple of weeks. And that's what I'm using. Okay. What is this? Tiny Modernist, the Stitch Goddess. When I went and pulled the colors for this, some of those colors are like neon bright. And so I changed them as I went. Like the orange of her hair was so neon. But I changed her to be more of an auburn. She is being worked on linen. Oh, poor thing. She's a hot mess. I don't know what I've even done here. She's got needles all over her. Here we go. We've got some Air Force, probably. We have an Air Force base not far. A couple hours from us, but by jet, not too far. So this is where I'm at now. There's the bottom corner. And working up her dress. I got part of the goose done. So she's going to be beautiful once I get her done. I don't want to lose these needles. And that's the Stitch Goddess by Tiny Modernist. She is being stitched on Luminous Fiber Arts, dyed by Misty, Indigo, on 36 count linen. I love Misty's fabric. It's one of my favorites. This bag, this is a Teresa Kogut, and it's being worked in all DMC. I wanted to change up some of these colors. And I'm not for sure if they're working on me, so I stopped. This one is called Oh My Bird. And to me, this is a very brown chart. And I didn't want it to be as brown. I wanted it to be bright and clean and cute. So what I did is I found a couple of my favorite DMCs and started changing it a little bit as I went. So let me do this. These are my colors I've got right now. I can't see a thing. There we go. So I like the colors. I don't know if it's too bright. I don't know. Let me know what you think. This is the bottom right corner. This is one of the tree stumps going up. I haven't looked at it in a while. And I'm liking what I see. So maybe I'll continue with it. I just stopped because I didn't want to get halfway done and then not like the colors at all. So I thought I would stop and come back to it. And then let me pull up this one. The next one was Sew by Row, probably right around there, because I think I started that one right after Christmas. So by Lori Holt. And I did not stay up to date with this. This is one that I also am doing in Sulky. I went and chose my own colors. So it is on 18 count Aida, it looks like. And I've got quite a bit done, but I have to go back. This is gonna go on the wall of my sewing room upstairs. So at the bottom, you've got the fat quarter bundles and then the spools of thread, irons, the quilt blocks, and the sewing machines. I didn't get past the sewing machines. So I'll probably get back to this winter when it's cold and I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, that's that one. And this has got to go back in here. The next one that I have pulled up was in February also. I started this one on Lori Holt's birthday. Because if Lori Holt tells you to join in a sow, you join in a sow. So here it is. Here's the picture. Cross Stitch Nation by Heartstring Samplery. And I love this chart. I was pulling my own colors for it. I wanted it to match my sewing room. My cats. So this is some of my hair and skin colors. And then I pulled some color and cotton threads that I might use. And then this is some fancy floss thread that I was using. And it looks like I'm doing this on a linen. And needles everywhere again. And I didn't get very far. Sorry, Lori. But I didn't go by the color scheme either. So that's all I've got. Dresses started on the right. Green, pink, and yellow. That's it. This is one of those linens. I think I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. 32 count gingham. So that's that. This one, ooh, this one is a Barbara Anna. This was a sale she did back in the fall. This one's called The Tree of Magic, and you had to order this through Nitka in Moscow. And I got mine. I am changing the colors up a little bit, well, a lot. These are all over dyed flosses. I wanted mine, instead of mine being Halloween and spooky, I wanted it to be more of like an autumn look. So these are the majority of my colors. And it's not in here. Oh, it's on one of my frames. Hold, please. Okay, so this is my Tree of Magic, and I'm changing the colors as I go. I've changed just about every color. Hers is more of a turquoise and golds and oranges. Her tree is black. I've added the brown. I don't think she had green in hers at all. So that's all I've got. I'll get back to it probably this fall. So yeah, there's that one. And that's Tree of Magic by Barbara Anna. Oh, what's next? Let me see. Yes. This one is a Prairie Schooler. I love Prairie Schooler. I'm actually trying to find a lot of the older charts. This one is number 16, and it's called Prairie Flowers. And what I'm wanting to do is to do 3 of these. Just the 3 with more of the vases, not the basket. And I have, I dyed a piece of fabric, this light green. And this is the only one I've got started right now. And I want to frame the 3 the same way and hang them together. So this is Forget-Me-Nots. These flowers are Forget-Me-Nots in this one. And it's this one right here that I'm working on. So I'll get back to that one. I love that one. And again, I've pulled my own colors. Prairie Schooler colors were very 80s, 90s. A lot of country blues and, oh, holy smokes, Tammy. Yeah. Okay, so, here we go. You guys. Oh, this is awful. I think I pulled colors that I liked together, and I was just going to stitch them as I pull colors as I worked on them. So I'll have to get back to this one. This one will definitely be finished. These 3, I love these. Okay. Which one was next? I think it was this one. Okay. This is a Lilli Violette. It's Italian, I believe. And Lilli Violette, this is Italian. it's for vegetable garden. That's basically the title of this. And again, let me cover the chart. I'm using sulky thread. I pulled my own colors, what I liked. But I do want to say, you can see a peek of the chart. One of the best charts, it's a color chart I've ever worked with, hard copy. So I started this back in February sometime, and I love this one. This one will definitely be finished. This is on a Ada, a higher count, probably 18 count, and I'm doing 1 strand of floss. So there we go. I'm watching a gentleman trying to figure out what he's doing. Oh, never mind. All's well. My neighbor across the street down the road just a little bit put their house up for sale the other day. So I think that's what he's doing, taking photos. Okay, so that's Lilli, Violette, vegetable garden. And then the next one was another, oh, this chart. This is one of the newer Prairie Schooler charts. I need to find the old copy of this. This one is number 89. And I am actually working on this one down here. And I started down here in this corner. I'm using a lot of my own floss, my own choices, because I have a lot of fancy floss out. Okay, so Laura, if you're watching, which you won't be, but if you were, you and I would be best pals. Just saying. Please don't let your mom watch, okay? So, let me show you. Hello, Mr. Robin. How are you? This is done on a linen. So you could see there in that corner, there's a robin in the tree. And there's my Mr. Robin. Or Mrs. Robin. Whoever. But this, is this 1/1? No. I'm stitching this 2/2, and this is 40 count. Definitely 40 count. Do I have any information? Nope. So, like I said, I stitch on all things. 40, 30, 20, you name it. Oh, this one, I know what this one is. This one's totally something else. This one is probably an 11 count, I think. Yeah, look at my needle. Here's my needle. Look at that needle, everybody. This needle is so big. It's actually one of my yarn needles. This one is by Cottage Needleworks, and it's red, white, and blue. And I wanted this to be bigger. So I got a larger fabric, larger count. I'm pretty sure it's 11. And there is my red, white, and blue. And of course I wanted it done for summer, but that didn't happen. But it will. Slowly but surely. So summer 2022. And I think I just did my own DMC colors. Yeah, because I've got my favorite red DMC is 347. I love it. It is beautiful. And it's just $3.47, and then I was using $38.20 for the gold and $8.03 for the blue, and the green is $4.69, and the brown I was using is $37.81. So this one will be done before next summer for sure. I am almost done here, people. The next, oh, that's not right. That doesn't even go with this one, does it? Where is that one? Okay. So the next one I started is more recent. And I know that because I have a Is this the right floss? No, it's not. Okay, I've gotten this all mixed up. This one isn't next. No, it's not. Hang on, people. This goes with this, and that goes with that. So, what is next is this one. But here it is. Okay, it is Barbara Anna, All Creatures, Great and Small. Glare. So there you go. And I want to tell you something first. A lot of people ask me what I put my charts in. I am a teacher. Well, I'm an elementary librarian, but I went to college, have a teaching license and all that good stuff. So these are, I actually saw some of these in Target the other day. These are wipe-off sheets, and like in kindergarten and first grade, you put worksheets in them so that they can practice their handwriting, and then they wipe it off and do it all over again. So the students like it because it's fun. It's not just a pencil and paper. They love the thought of using a dry erase marker and the little eraser. So I also use these because they're a harder plastic than a sheet protector. So I use these to hold my charts. And it works really, really well. And Target has them right now in their dollar spot section, and they're $1 each. So, you know, grab a couple. They're nice to have. I have a lot more than just a couple. So, yeah. So this goes in here. All Creatures, Great and Small. I am stitching this on 36 count Week Dye Works linen, and I believe it's just called beige. Let me see, where am I? I started in the bottom corner, bottom right corner, and working on the vine, the border, and then working on the hill there, and there's a little lake with fish and a boat and all kinds of fun stuff. And I believe I just started this in May, maybe April. So that is Barbara Anna's All Creatures, Great and Small. Then over here, this is one of my bags, is another Prairie Schooler. I've told you I love Prairie Schooler. And this one is Garden Verses. And the one I'm doing is the strawberry. I just love it. And the bird. And I had some of the baby blue Ada. And I dunked it in tea. It looks sturdy, but it's grungy. That's what I was looking for. This is actually 16 count. And I'm so close, yet so far away. So that's what I've got in that. So this will be ready for next spring for sure. So I don't have long to go for that one. And I want to do the other two also. I just love those. They're just gorgeous. I used my own colors, I believe. Yeah. I just pulled my own DMC colors. I know the red that I'm using is 347. I like different colors than what they have. Now it's on to this one. I started this one, I believe, back in May. I now own all three, but this is the only one I've started. A New Constellation by Plum Street Samplers. I love all three of these. This is the second one in the series. I had the first one. I don't know why I didn't start with that. This is the one I started with. I also took this one to StitchCon because I hadn't started the flag yet, and I thought the flag would be great to take because it would be fill-in. And it was, only I talked too much. Oh, StitchCon. People, if you can go to StitchCon next year, go. It was amazing. It's going to be the highlight of 2020 for me. It was so much fun. But anyway, back to A New Constellation. This one is on, I should have a card in here, because this was a recent start too. Unless I didn't. Here it is. Called for Floss, 40 count summer khaki. That's right. It's 40 count summer khaki because I bought enough for all three. So I want to do all three. This is on my K's Creation frame. So that's where I'm at right now. Not very far, but it's okay. I'll get there eventually. And the last one over here is one that I started at StitchCon back in June. And I've worked on it recently because I've got the X started. Where's my card? There should be a card, and there probably isn't. Tammy. Nope. It's because I started it at StitchCon. What is this fabric? Shoot. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's back here. Yes! Yay, yay, yay. A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection. This is an oldie but goodie. And here it is. There's the photo. I love it. It's beautiful. My friend, I roomed with San Landsaddle. She is on FlossTube and Instagram, the Crazy Band Lady, because she loves marching bands. Seriously, go check her out. She has a FlossTube and she is awesome. But she bought this one at Expressions. Is it Expressions? Yes. The cross stitch store in Cincinnati. And she loved it so much, so she's doing it too. And look, I started on it 6/12, which was at StitchCon. 32 count Belfast Platinum linen by Zweigart. So this isn't hand dyed, it's Zweigart's Platinum Belfast. And that's what I've got in it right now. I am using the called for DMC, except I am replacing some as I go. The purple that they used is really a bright, bright purple. And I wanted more of a plum. So I'm changing it out a little bit. I believe that purple is the only one I've changed right now. So this is also a bag I made. Be kind. But then on the back, I put in a pocket to hold scissors and needles and recipe cards. Okay, so now on to other things. This one should have been before that one. I started this back in March. I started this in March. Home of a Needleworker, because my friend Becky and I started one in October with Becky. Well, I started this one in March with Becky. And I have a lot done on this. I just need to get it done. This is on Ada. It looks like 16 count, but I've got a lot done. I started on the house. So over the winter, I will get this done, and this will be up and going. I've gotten a lot done. I'm using, nope, I'm not using their colors. I'm using my colors. I could tell because that's 347 and the green is 3349. My favorites. So 16 count Ada. And then this is another one of my bags. Oh, yeah. Lizzie Kate. This is Prayer of St. Francis. I grew up with this. I'm Catholic. So this used to be one of the songs we would sing in church, and it holds a special place in my heart. And I know I'm half done with this. Well, almost. So, and I already know how I'm going to finish it. I'm going to put this on a wood box. I have to paint it. So it's rather large, but I wanted it to fit the front of the box. So this is the bottom half. The bottom half is 5 lines, and the top half is 4 lines. So there's going to be that break, and then the first 4 lines of the hem. And I changed the colors on this too. Not by much. I mean, if you look at it. But I put more blue in it and green. So, one of my favorites. This is on linen. Should have a recipe card. Does it? Yes. But it's not filled out. It's blank. But I'm using DMC. So, and this is linen. It's probably 32 count linen. Just a generic linen. Nothing fancy. I'm trying to get better. This is a Christie bag. I got this last year. I was so excited. Crosshatch quilts. And this is my flea market flowers that I did not start until I got to StitchCon. And I still haven't gotten very far. Holy smokes. So this is the bottom right hand corner. That's all I've got, people. But I will get it done. 32 count is what I'm doing this one on. 36 count Weeks Dye Works linen beige. 32 count beige. Is this right? I've got written down white chocolate. And I am using DMC called for. except I am going to change out a couple of the flowers. I'm not a huge fan of the brown flower right there. So I'm going to change them out for and add a little bit of purple. I'm not a huge fan of purple. However, I really wanted to get another color in there. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. So that is that. What is next? I'm going to have to count these when I'm done. This is one I picked up at StitchCon. Wilbur by Teresa Kogut. I love Wilbur. I mean, how can you not love Wilbur? I don't think I'm going to stitch that black frame around him. Where is Wilbur? Oh, here he is. He's hiding. Wilbur is looking good. He just needs a lot more work. I had to do some frogging because I wasn't paying attention one night and went off on my own. And so, bottom right corner, of course. He's getting there. This is just a piece of Ada, white Ada, that I dyed tint of aqua a little bit. I am using, I believe, the called for colors. Yes. Yes, I am. Because they are, for the most part, Fancy Floss. And then there's a few DMC in here like there should be. So I just started that one recently. This is another one that I picked up at StitchCon. Silver Creek Samplers. Well, it doesn't say. Dorothy's Discovery. And I didn't kit this one up until I was going to get the floss for it there, but I can get floss here at home, which is what I did. I waited until I got home. And this is another piece of that Ada that I dyed. So I started in the lower right hand corner. I've got some, this is what I used for the Emerald City. I kitted this up at a cross stitch store. It's called Persnickety Stitchers. And it's the silk lame braid. And I really liked how that went on. I've never used Kreinig, so when I was talking to Vicki, she recommended that. So I picked that up for the Emerald City. And then I also picked up the red for Dorothy's shoes. And then I have a lot of the wording done, and the Yellow Brick Road and Dorothy's Basket. So I'm getting there. I grew up with the Wizard of Oz. It was always a favorite. So when I saw it, I grabbed it. And then what else do I have? Okay, Jolly July. Another Silver Creek Samplers. And this one's called My Christmas List. And I'm stitching this on Seraphim Fabrics, which is one of my favorite. Silver lining. This is 18 count Ada. And I'm going to change it out just a little bit. You can see how the words, each section of the words is a different color. All of my words are going to be black. All of my words will be black except for where it says Christ is born. And Christ is born will be in red. Now, all of the motifs will be in the colors they're supposed to be. But I really wanted the Christ is born to stand out. And I think I got that idea from Priscilla Blaine. She shared that last year. I think she did hers last year. And I thought that was just genius. So again, I start at the bottom right. And I'm just going to work my way up. It won't be done for this Christmas. There's no way. But one can hope. I'm going to put that back here. I also started this month. You guys are going to call me crazy. Just started Jacob's Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 stitch along that started, yes, in January. I just started it like a week ago because I love it and I just could not handle it any longer. I had to start it. So this is it. I'm doing it in 2 greens, DMC. Green is my favorite color, if you didn't know by now. And my favorite shade of green is probably this one. It's just so vibrant. And it is number 3345. And then I went with one of the variegated DMCs. This one is number 92. And they just go so well together. I'm stitching this on 40 count Winter Woolens Linen by Seraphim. I had to order a fat half, but I love it. It is beautiful. And I'm so happy that I started it. I've got to catch up, and I'll never catch up. But I'll finish it when I finish it, and I'm not stressing out over it. It makes me happy. And that's why I cross stitch, because it makes me happy. Why else do we cross stitch? And then I also started last week, Misty Purcell of Luminous Fiber Arts started Jingle Jolly Joy Sal, and it is all on my tablet. I use what's it called? It's a Samsung tablet, so it's not silk. It's the other one. Yeah, you guys are screaming at me. I can't hear you though. So, I've almost got Jingle done. He's going to be Rudolph for me. And she just came out with Jolly, which is Santa. He'll be next. I'm doing mine separately without the frame because I'm going to work them up as maybe ornaments or little pieces for my tier tray or decorations or something like that. So I probably won't stitch the frame around him, which is why I have no frame. But that is happening. That's going to go here with my Christmas. And then the newest thing that I started, I couldn't put this off any longer either, and I'm addicted to it right now, is another Cricut collection, Sleepy Hollow. When I was little, I read Sleepy Hollow and became addicted to the story. And Sleepy Hollow was one of those terrifying things, but it always piqued my interest. So I've always loved it. So I started this 2 nights ago. I'm using Sulky. And so I've done a conversion. And this is my Sulky. conversion. And I am stitching it, oh, my label fell out. I am stitching it on Cypress from Fiber on a Whim. It's 18 count Ada. I actually worked on this earlier. I started it with DMC, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I had these two stones stitched along with one here and these two. These I actually still have to frog. Those are DMC, the old DMC. So I prefer, the sulky just looks cleaner to me. And that's the way I'm going to stitch it. So here it is. This is the church over there on the right side with the cemetery in front of it. And I think I'm going to do it in the 3 different panels also. I think I want it to be just like that. I mean, you can't get much better than that. So whether or not I make it that way myself, I'm pretty good with putting stuff together. But I want that to be so good. I live about 2 hours away from Vanna Pfeiffer. So I don't know. I don't know if I trust myself to that. But I have a long way to worry about that. So that is the church right there. And that is my latest start, which was 2 nights ago, my friends. And right now I'm going strong on it. So we will see what happens. I have tons of projects kitted up, ready to go. I actually just purchased the Universals. Is it Universal? Yes. Universal Classic Monsters Haunted House. I believe it's huge for Halloween. I love all the classics. It is all on my tablet, and I just bought all the floss for that. I'm in another stitch along that I haven't even started yet, that started a couple weeks ago. The Little Women, the Stitchy Reader or something like that. No, that's not right. I can't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at 2 piles of floss right now, and one's for Little Women and one is for the Haunted House. So it is Christmas in July. I'm supposed to be stitching all Christmas stuff, but somehow I've kind of switched off to autumn, Halloween. I don't know how I got off on that tangent. But I am going to get this posted and get this uploaded. The next thing I'm going to do later this week is to give you guys a studio tour of my room and kind of a little bit insight on how I organized my cross stitch supplies and stuff that I use, stuff that's down here in my studio. This I'm a scrapbooker. My kids are 23 and 26. When they graduated from high school, they had a set of albums from kindergarten to senior year. And when they graduated, it was like, okay, I've got their albums done. So what am I going to do now? So now I'm just waiting for grandbabies to start scrapbooking again. And neither one of them are even close to making me the most blessed grandmother of all with grandbabies. So I'm just going to wait until that day magically appears. And for the now, I'm just going to use this. I've still got all my scrapbook supplies in here, but this is where I make my needle minders. This is where I mail out my bags. This is my shipping station. It's where I put all my embroidery supplies, floss. I've got several types of systems of organization. My fabric's in here. So I will share that with you in probably in a few days to a week's time, something like that. So until then, please share this as much as you want. I would really like to get a few more subscribers. I would love to hit the 1,000 mark. I believe I'm right around 500. I am going to start giving away project bags with each of my updates. So watch for that with my next update, which will probably be in about a week now. So I think that's it, friends. So please leave a comment if you would like, and just keep stitching, okay? I'll see you later. Bye-bye.